kind of tough getting dinner on the table, but a quick meal can also be a healthy one. Today, Feed Your Family Tonight founder and family dinner coach Mariefiebach shares her recipe. Takes less than 30 minutes to make, and we'll make it even quicker. Here on the show, how you doing, Marie?
Oh, Allison, I'm doing so well. Yes, this recipe is a sheet pan meal. It doesn't cook very long, but what I really like about it is that you can separate your prep time from your cook time. And when you're a busy parent trying to figure out how to get dinner on the table, if you can get something prepped up a day or two ahead of time, and then all you have to do is throw the sheet pan in the oven, it really makes it easy. And this is for a sheet pan chicken with broccoli and cauliflower. And if you don't like broccoli or cauliflower, you can use just one or the other. You can substitute some other veggies. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna blanch this broccoli and cauliflower. I talked about this a long time ago and how it really changes how vegetables taste. And it is, I have 2 quarts of water here boiling, and I'm adding 2 tablespoons of coarse sea salt. That is a lot of salt, but most of it is not actually going to be in your food. It's just gonna be in the water. And I'm stirring it until it dissolves. And then we're gonna add 1 pound of broccoli and cauliflower, and we're just gonna cook it for just a minute.
Okay, if you don't have the coarse sea salt, can you use just regular, just for your water?
You totally can use any kind of salt will work. I like the coarse sea salt because it has some more of the trace minerals, and I find that it tastes saltier without as much sodium. Okay. I really, really like it. And so what's gonna happen is these are gonna cook for just a couple of minutes, and if you can see here, they're getting really bright in color, and this penetrates the vegetables with salt. And so you're going to get salt all the way through. It slightly softens them. And this step, I have some over here that I did on Friday. You can do this 2 or 3 days ahead of time. I often will cook 1 pound and then I'll cook a couple other pounds and just keep them for the whole week in my refrigerator. Right. And then you're gonna roast them. And what happens over here on the sheet pan is I have 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. You can use a vegetable oil. You could probably even use an olive oil, but this is cooking at 450 degrees, which is a little bit high for olive oil. So I like the avocado oil better. And I'm just kind of spreading it around the pan with my fingers. Then we're gonna take these cooked broccoli and cauliflower, and it's not fully cooked, it's just blanched, and we're going to add it to the sheet pan.
So you're not looking for them to be soft, anything like that? It's just kind of giving them that flavor and that color.
We're just giving them a salt bath so that the salt kind of penetrates into them. It also keeps the colors really bright as they roast, and it is the most delicious cooked vegetable you will ever have. You can blanch any kind of vegetable in a salty water, and it really makes a difference. You could even eat these cold. Sometimes if you've got a kid that's a little resistant to veggies in their lunchbox, if you cook this a little bit, they have that salty flavor and they soften just a little bit, and kids that are a little resistant to veggies cold will sometimes eat blanched veggies in their lunchboxes. So I put the broccoli and the cauliflower here, and I'm gonna turn off my water, and then we're going to add the chicken. Now, this chicken's been prepped ahead too, because salt plus thyme is magic when it comes to meat, Allison. And so this you want to do in the morning or the night before. I have salt and pepper on here, just a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And I'm going to take this chicken tenders and put them straight onto this sheet pan. Once these are on, the sheet pan goes into a 450-degree oven on a middle rack for about 10 minutes, and then you're gonna flip to that broiler. I like to do that so you don't have to flip to get the browning. You're gonna broil it until the veggies start to kind of caramelize and get a little bit brown on the edges, and that takes about 5 minutes. So you're in the oven for about 15 minutes and dinner's done.
Oh, that's fantastic. And so that high temperature still gonna cook everything nicely. And how do the vegetables turn out at that point?
The vegetables get a little bit brown and a little bit caramelized. If you want them really, really caramelized, you can put them in the oven a few more minutes before you add the chicken to it, but I kind of like it all to be done at once, so I sacrifice that. But if you look over here, you get some brown edges on there. The chicken is cooked right to about 165 degrees, which is done for chicken, so it's not overcooked. That's why I use the tenders rather than a big chicken breast, because it would cook unevenly if you didn't have that. And this is just a quick and easy sheet pan meal. You've got veggies, you've got protein. It's done all in one step.
Right, we love it. That's exactly what we like to hear, and that's what we can find on your website as well. Tell us about that and some of the other recipes that we can find at Feed Your Family Tonight.
Absolutely. Feed Your Family Tonight is packed with recipes for busy families, and I really am trying to teach families about time and how to separate your cook time from your prep time, so that when you are running in the house trying to get dinner on the table at 6 o'clock at night, All you're having to do is add heat to your meals, and everything else is ready to go. Everything's at feedyourfamilytonight.com, or follow me on Instagram or join the Facebook group.
Oh, that Facebook is so good for finding all kinds of tips and ideas if you are kind of feeling like you're in a rut, and getting some of these tips just like you can find here every Monday on Good Morning Cakeland with Marie. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Thanks. It's a pleasure.